Good evening. Happy Sunday, traders. This is Sage FT from the live trading desk. Let's go ahead and dive right into our review and rev up for Sunday, August 11th. First, I'd like to start off by thanking all of the MFT crew for the last year and few months. It has been an amazing journey. We've grown a lot, learned a lot. Very, 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 very excited to move on with the next chapter of this business. I just wanted to say thank you to everybody at the MFT crew. Joe, Nathan, Taylor, and Patrick. Thank you for the opportunities. It was great. All right, let's dive right into this. Let's take a look at last week. We're going to start with the KISS chart here. You know how we do it. You know how we do it. We start with the KISS chart. All right, so this is the 15-minute KISS chart. Now, as we come in, it is everybody thinks the world is going to end. Everybody thinks the world is going to end and we're just going to get slaughtered. Well, I knew that that's not how it works because I used to be the guy that thought we were going to get slaughtered. So I start looking for the possible reversals. And wouldn't you know it, by the end of the week, the 200 simple on the 15-minute chart is flat. So what we had was a big range type scenario. Very, very wide range. We're going to see that here in two shakes of a lamb's tail. Let's take a look at it now. Look at the ranges throughout the week. Look at this. Look at 256-point range on Monday. The narrowest range of the week until Friday was 124, 162, 179. And then Friday, everybody got the hangover, which we identified very, very well. 65-point range, which was half of the range we needed to get outside the Keltner channels. So we identified that on Friday, we needed the Keltner channels on a 2-minute chart, and boy, did they work well. All right, let's go ahead and take a look at the charts here. Here's what the chart looked like on Monday. That gap fill, if we go back like this, what does this look like? Yeah, let's zoom this in. We are coming towards the 200. We're in the chop zone on the KISS chart, this blue line. I'll put some dots on it here. Okay, this blue line got some dots. So we're in the chop zone, right? If we recognize the chop zone, boom, right here. So a type of counter trend based upon the larger trends, which would be the 200. We come in, we touch the 200. We kind of hold support plausibly. We don't know this yet, right? So we say, well, dang, that's a big gap. That's a nice bounce off of the 200. Well, what happens? So they give it the old college try. We get the inside bar. Okay, we get another inside bar. They try to buy it. Doesn't work. Okay, remember, this was a big green bar, and then it turned red. So now everybody's bearish again. Everybody. Well. Oops. Now, okay, look at the gap. So now that we have a liquidity removal, possible order block, where is based upon price action, where's the location? See, that's what I'm struggling with. Do I call this the location? Do I call this the location? Do I call the 200 a location? Okay, at this point, what I'm watching, we'll get into that here in a minute. Let's keep reviewing, because review and rev up for next week. If you haven't watched these, go back and look at how accurate we've been. Remember, we reserve the right to waffle. Keep that in mind. Let's go to the 4-hour chart. All right, so here's the question I have to ask. How did we take advantage of this? Well, let's break it on down like Evander Holyfield first, right? This is fall out of the sky on the 4-hour chart. Yep. Okay, 4-hour chart. Good. And so when you're in position 1, you're only shorting. Look, down, down, down. Only shorting. All right. So now what happens when you start to get higher lows and higher highs? Well, you slow off the shorting. Now take a look at this bar. We can draw a line because it worked pretty well. If you were short, it was actually good for like 100 points. But look at how it stopped on a dime at the bottom, at the bodies of these bars. Bink. Okay. So the way that I look at this is we now have another box here where they removed liquidity. All right, so now, do they remove the removal of the liquidity? That was the question that needed to be answered on Friday, and they said, not yet. Because all Monday, so Sunday night, oh, the world's gonna end. Think of Chicken Little. Oh no, sky's falling. Oh no, sky's falling. Oh, let's go to the 15-minute chart. Let me zoom into this because this kind of changed what I was looking at, right? Monday, they built an incredible run back into this zone here. Okay, so now by 3 p.m., they were working on a head and shoulders here. So I was not real bearish coming into Tuesday. It looked like I was one day off before the rally, right? But here's the best part. All we did was just trade the fractal on the 15-minute chart. Now let me show you what the fractal is. Okay, it's the 8 EMA crossing the 20 and turning it the right color. Watch. Here's where it actually goes back into position 1, which was overnight, right? So now think about this. This overnight action here, Tuesday, everyone came into the market. Look right here. This is really cool. Everyone thought the market was going to die because they sold all night long. Look at what the 15-minute told us. It said, slow your roll, partner. Partner, slow down. And we were able to capture a lot of this long. Okay, so now the same thing. Oh, the world, look, it's going to go to 56. Blah, 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 blah. No, now hold on. When the 1 SMA and the 8 EMA cross the 20 SMA and turn it the same color, that's what I call the fractal. All right, so now let's just follow this along. And this shows how we traded throughout the week. This is what my bias was contingent upon, not just the KISS chart, because look at right here. What are you going to do with that? Not much, chill, right? So on the 15-minute, we're watching the 8 and the 20 in relation to the 200. Let's not get this messed up here. Okay, this KISS chart is still a KISS chart, but we have to be cognizant the fact that sometimes you could wait 3 or 4 days on the 15-minute KISS chart. Look at right here. This saved you from a lot of pain trying to go long again. Old losing Rev got clipped. Boop, boop, boop. One last long. Oh, it's going to go one more time. No, it's not. Look at the difference. Right into position 1. Look at this. Right at the close. Right at the close. So then all night long, and then boom! Whoop! Okay, now that we've played around on that, looking at last week, I don't think I need to go to the 2-minute chart. That's just where we kind of do our system, right? But let's take a look at what can we expect next week. Remember, we reserve the right to waffle, so therefore we have to come up with more than one scenario. All right, let's start on the daily. I apologize for flipping back and forth, everybody. Okay, first thing, we're watching this position of the KISS chart on the daily chart. So 200 is still rising, 20 is pointing down. We're in the middle of both of them. Which way does it go? How does it turn? What do we do? Okay, now I'm going to show you. Remember, we talked about the fractal. When the 8 EMA crosses the 20 and with price and changes it all the same direction, that's when we're looking in that direction. See right here? See right here where this goes short? This could happen again. Look, it could come back up, come back through here, and come back down. Okay, now if the 8 goes up through the downsloping 20, does it turn it up? The best thing that can happen on the daily chart is we start to sideways through here. We come in a narrow state, then it picks a direction. Let's go back to the analog. Let's take a look at the analog. We would love for this to happen. We would love for that to happen. And then it either goes up or it goes to the downside. Doesn't matter which one. So that's what we're looking for next week. That would be very, very low probability of this happening within 5 days on the daily chart. Let's take a look at the 4-hour chart. Okay, there's one thing that's staring at me right in the face, and it's hard to resist. Okay, this removal of liquidity right here has all of this screwed up, plausibly, because on the daily chart, we're still above the 200, the upsloping 200, very strong upsloping 200, right? That's just a thought that I have. This right here was, honestly, it seems like a fund getting liquidated, like for real. Now, are they going to tell you that? No, we'll find out in the filings. Okay. This looks like someone that got blown out. So how do the vultures, AKA the market makers, play that? Well, they'll just run it right back up into it and jam it on that guy and run it higher. And they go, oh yeah, man, you should have been a little less levered. And then they go like this, boop, right? So do we or do we not come up here? That would be 54.52, okay? Do we go back to 52.07? Do we hover around and really chop up a ton of accounts before the next move? Very plausible. Very, very plausible. What I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be watching my 15-minute chart Sunday night. I'm going to be watching to see if we get any sort of range in volume. Monday morning when we come in, we're just going to repeat the process. Everybody, I hope to see you Monday through Friday, 8 a.m. to noon in the live trading desk with Sage FT on YouTube. All you have to do is just search the live trading desk. You're going to see my smiling face. Matter of fact, with this hat on, giving the old golf clap. We'll see everybody tomorrow morning.